Greetings everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Darko Gaming, and today guys, we're going to talk about the worst character in Marvel Future Fight. Before we actually start guys, quickly remember, this is actually my opinion on those characters, and we can actually make that list much better than 10 characters, obviously, because there is a lot of characters that could use some improvement in Marvel Future Fight, but I'll name 10 that are pretty much obvious that they are the worst character in the game. Let's open the game here. Alright guys, I'm recording this video with the Android emulator BlueStacks. If you want to install Marvel Future Fight through BlueStacks, sorry guys, there's actually a link in the description below the video and in the comment section. So let's put down full screen right now. Okay, so the first characters we're actually going to look at in a worst character list, guys. Let me scroll down and actually find it. The first characters we're going to look at is Bullseye. Even with this uniform, guys, this guy is a one-trick pony. He has one good skill, which is the 5th skill. And once this skill is done, he is total trash. He's going to get killed right away. So basically, if you don't get the kill shot with your 5th skill, you are a dead man with him. His uniform doesn't make him better. The only thing that actually make Bullseye worth to get to 6-star 6 master is actually his leadership. As you can see, his leadership here applies to all allies in your target dodge rate by 50%, which is actually great in especially Corvus Grave, a Wall Boss, you know, or Shadowland Pass floor 25 from floor 26 to floor 30. Adding that extra in your dodge can actually be really great as a leader, but you don't actually get to play him. The next on my list, guys, number 2 is Blade. I don't know if anyone ever had anything good to say about Blade, but this character, as of right now, is completely useless in my opinion. Before, I was successful in clearing floor 1 with him in Shadowland, but I had to tag with the VIP healing and all that crap. I'm pretty sure somebody in somewhere actually cleared Shadowland floor with him. I have no doubt in that they'll take a lot of hell of a build on Blade to actually be possible. I'm pretty sure it's possible with a uniform or not. Here you can see I do not have the uniform, never played with the uniform, but his uniform doesn't make him much better either. So if we take a look at the uniform, see, reduce enemy defense, that's the uniform effect, and change 2 skills. That increases damage but doesn't give him more survivability. Now, there's still something good with Blade in his skills. That's not the one. And that's not the one. That's the one. Okay, so what it's going to do is Daywalker. If you play characters that has high recovery rate, and you put actually Blade as leader, your character is actually going to gain a lot of healing survivability, as you can see. Apply to allies, to all allies, activation rate 25% chance when attacking, recover HP equal to 8% of damage dealt to a target for 10 seconds. Can recover more than 0.5% HP each time damage is dealt. So this is actually a good sub-healing ability as leader, but honestly guys, you can have so many leadership that can be so much better than that. If basically you actually need that leadership to make a character survive through Shadowland in the floor, well, maybe you shall not be playing that character in Shadowland. That's just my opinion, guys. So the next one here, guys, a lot of people will actually put Dr. Octopus on that list, but those people don't actually know Dr. Octopus. If you actually look on my YouTube channel, guys, and look up Dr. Octopus, I have a few videos with him, and it's actually very strong. Another one we could actually put in that worst character list is actual Drax. I actually build my Drax to be able to kill the Shadowland floor and that, but it takes a lot of work. First, you need the uniform to make Drax viable. So without uniform, he's terrible. But with the uniform is actually a way to build him for Shadowland at least. First thing for give him 10% in your defense, which is actually not that bad. You get all increase of all attack with this third skill here. That's pretty much all you get from his uniform, but it increases survivability a little bit. Now, where Drax become better is from his tier 2 passive. As you can see here, activation when skill Cry for Blood is used, apply to self, 100% chance for immunity to all damage that lasts 3 seconds, and Cry for Blood has a cooldown 10 seconds, so a cooldown 5 seconds with max skill cooldown, so every 5 seconds you get 3 seconds of immunity to all damage, which is actually not that bad. I did kill some wall boss ultimate with Drax with the big healing team, and basically all you gotta do with Drax is give him a team where he has 3 combat characters because of his leadership. As you can see here, apply to all allies, activation rate, activate when combat type allies enters, 45% increase of HP when there's 3 combat agents basically. So with for example, you put tier 2 Groot in combat form with Drax and Valkyrie, for example, still actually have a pretty decent team with good survivability. But still, I will not recommend building that character at all because it takes a lot of work to actually make him viable for Shaolin, and that's the only place he's actually going to be viable. Everywhere else he's not going to be able to do anything. And by viable, guys, in Shaolin I mean like floor 1 to 10. That is totally worthless. So I highly recommend you guys to pass on this guy. The next guy is Octling. You all know I love Octling because I like the underrated guy, guys. But let's be honest, to actually make Octling similar to Drax, to make Octlings viable, you need a lot of work on him. You can see my Octling is ranked number 38. Yes, I can barely clear a Shaolin floor with him. It is possible with the current build. It is possible to kill some wall boss ultimate very early stage with him with a proper team, but if I were to only go with him, it will actually be impossible to do anything good. Let's be honest. It is a terrible character, not the worst though. I've seen way worse characters than him. A lot of people think he's the worst character, which is not, but it has a lot to do with the fact that he's homosexual, so people like to hit on those kind of characters. But put that aside, he is still trash characters, but trash, below average characters, let's call them like that, because I do not like to use the word trash. I will not recommend you guys to get these characters because he needs a lot of work to actually be able to do anything in Shaolin or in World Boss. Other than that, he is worthless for any other game mode. Move to character number 5. Some people not expecting that, but I'm going with Kingpin, guys. Kingpin used to be a meta years ago for Alliance Battle normal. Since then, Kingpin has got nothing, no buff, nothing, and he actually really pretty goddamn weak nowadays. Yes, he has some survivability with his minions, but if you actually get, for example, give him 1 second immunity while he casts his minion, that'll actually make this character so much better. It'll actually be an average character with that, but with the fact that when he summons his minion, he's actually vulnerable, and most of the time a wall buff will just smack you in the ass and actually kill you. Shaolin, you get stunned while you try to do that, so that makes him not a very good character. Also, in Shaolin, he can clear higher floor than the previous characters we look at. In Shaolin, you can actually use these characters up to floor maybe 18. I think so that makes him a little bit better, and with his uniform, he actually 2 different kinds of floor he can actually do, but his uniform doesn't make him that much better. He's still a very weak character. that deserve a lot of love. You're going to be able to use them a little bit in Shaolin, and that's pretty much it. Even a wall boss, because of this the summon thing, that you stay vulnerable while summoning thing, summoning the minions, that leaves him in a very, very bad spot for a wall boss. But for Shaolin, it could be useful, although I do not recommend anybody getting this character either. Number 6, we have Luke Cage. Even with his uniform, guys, which I do not own, even with his uniform, Luke Cage, also great for PvP for that physical reflect. It's pretty worthless in my opinion. Yes, for online conquest people who do need that physical reflect against certain team, it's going to be good. But in defensive, all you got to do is put an AC team that has iframe and bye-bye, or has energy damage and bye-bye Luke Cage. So you have so many counter against around him that Luke Cage is not even that strong in online conquest anymore. And if we talk about PvE, guys, well, he's totally useless in PvE. So I will not recommend investment in a character like him that overall is easy to counter and useless in most game mode. The next guys we are going to talk about, let me see, I'm trying to find, guys, I'm going down my list with you guys. Red Skull, yeah, obviously. And guys, we thought that the Kingpin was worthless. Well, put Red Skull there, and basically he's pretty much the same as Kingpin in way worse. Also, with that uniform here, he gets just a little bit better. Still not good enough to do anything good, but he got a shield, you know, creating an energy shield equal to 20% of max HP, which is not that bad, but doesn't make him any good either. So this character is pretty much, it's a very similar character than Kingpin because of the summon, but way weaker than Kingpin already. Personally, I never seen a Red Skull clear a Shaolin floor, although it is possible to get it done with him, I'm sure, but I definitely do not recommend this guy, that's for sure. Number 8, if I remember right, we are down to number 8. We're going to go with Sharon Rogers, well, Sharon Carter, Agent 13, whatever you want to call her. The only way that you can actually make Sharon useful is by exploiting her bug, that you basically cancel her fourth skill over and over and over with other abilities. That's the only way she can get anything done. Other than that, she has no damage. She has no survivability and no iframe, nothing. So, well, she has some iframe and some defensive, but with the lack of damage, it doesn't make up for it. So the only way to actually do anything with her is in Shaolin. It's by using floor cancel to every skill. If you can stay close to the target and actually never get your fourth skill on cooldown by canceling fast enough with the other skills, you're going to be able to clear a Shaolin floor. Other than that, she's going to get destroyed in every single game mode possible. She is totally useless. That said, there's another character that is almost identical to her, and the weakness is Mockingbird. Mockingbird is a little bit better defensively and damage output wise, but she is still pretty trash. Yes, she has increased guaranteed dodge rate, from her tier 2 passive, as you can see here. Increased guaranteed dodge rate by 35%. But unless you have 75% dodge plus that guaranteed dodge rate, she's going to be pretty much useless, guys. Our damage doesn't make up. Not all. She has a very below average damage. So yes, she's going to be able to clear Shaolin floor, say in the top 18 and the bottom 18 floors. You can actually get something done with her, but nothing else, nothing special. So I do not recommend this girl. She has nothing special to bring a contribution to any game mode, in my opinion. The next characters I want to talk about, I lost my count, guys. I don't know if I'm up to number 9, number 10, but I'm sure I can find 2 other characters here in this list. No problem. Okay, the next one is going to be Octopus. What Octopus has? Nothing, guys. Nothing. I'm still waiting for him to get a Ronin uniform so he can actually become good. But other than that, he has nothing at all. No good leadership, I think. Let's see. Yeah, critical rate leadership, critical damage leadership is trash. He has no skills, no defensive. He has nothing. I'm pretty sure you could actually be able, with a lot of tweaking, survive Shadowland Floor, mostly similar to Octling and Drax. I'll put this character in the same category than those. That's for sure same category than Sharon, Agent 13, whatever, same category than Mockingbird. No problem. This guy is total below average, guys. He's going to be worthless to your roster unless you need to team up with him, pretty much. And the last characters we're going to talk about tonight, guys, it's actually characters that is quite loved by other people because of the leadership. But if you take that leadership out of the park, she has nothing. Yes, she has a great leadership look, but if we think about past leadership, because the leadership is great, but everything else, yeah, she gets super armor. If you stare to, wow, what are we gonna do with that, man? She get iframe with the 5th skill and a stun, but the damage is so goddamn low. Decreased chain of damage by 5%. Who cares? She has nothing to actually survive on her own, which makes it terrible. Her offensive is worse than terrible, guys. Our defensive is worse than terrible too. Octling can actually beat her up, punch to punch, no problem. Like I said, the only way that she's good is her leadership. This is why, similar to Bullseye, people actually get her up to 6 stars, 6 mastery, because they want that leadership for either alliance battles, Shadowland, a wall boss, that kind of content only. So other than that, she is a very, very, very terrible characters, guys. We could keep going with a list with more and more and more terrible characters, guys, but we're gonna save that for when we actually do our tier list with the next update. Starting next update, guys, we're gonna start doing a tier list with every update to rank every single character with their most recent uniform. So guys, don't forget to sub to the channel and well, to be notified when we actually do more of those kind of videos. And guys, hit the like, hit the share button to help the channel grow. And guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.